A new report has revealed that One American News sent a spreadsheet purportedly containing private information on employees of election software company Smartmatic. CNN's Marshall Cohen reported that an email exchange dated January 8th, 2021 between OAN President Charles Herring and Trump lawyer Sidney Powell had contained passwords for employees of the company who is suing Powell and others tied to Trump for spreading nonsense conspiracy theories about the 2020 election. The court records do not say how OAN obtained the spreadsheet or whether the passwords were authentic. You can actually use them. But the timing here is pretty interesting because at the time of the exchange, Sidney Powell and others in that orbit have been aggressively putting out false nonsense claims about supposed massive voter fraud and that Smartmatic was to blame. This, along with Dominion voting systems.
In Venezuela.
The infamous press conference, of course. Now, according to CNN, lawyers for Smartmatic allege the possession of information means OAN executives may have engaged in criminal activities by appearing to have violated state and federal laws regarding data privacy. Yes, if you somehow get these passwords that do not belong to you to get into the system to, I guess, allegedly get information, and they haven't really made the allegation that they were getting information, that they used the passwords to try to break into their system, but so far this is a very limited piece of information that we have, a limited reveal. So I'll get into the details about that, but still, criminal activities. Violating state and federal laws regarding privacy. Whoa! This could be some serious trouble for OAN. Now, Smartmatic's top attorney, Eric Connolly, said in a sworn affidavit that the email exchange with the spreadsheet was among members of the OAN executive team and an individual who was already pled guilty to crimes relating to the 2020 election. So, the email is not public, but Smartmatic revealed some of its contents in a public filing after obtaining materials in discovery. So that's related, of course, to the lawsuit that Smartmatic is involved with. They're suing OAN, of course, for spreading these falsehoods about the company. Now, CNN pieced together who was involved in the exchanges by examining court records from 3 separate cases. So kudos to them on some important detective work, some journalism going on here. Now, the question that I have is, how'd they get the passwords? I'd really like to know, and I'm pretty sure the authorities might too. What state laws were violated? How were they violated? And where? Is this related to the attempted break-in in Coffee County, Georgia, where Powell helped try to break into the voter system to obtain illegally obtain data to try to prove their nonsense conspiracy theory? If she had the passwords and got them from OAN and used it to break into the system, would that be a crime? Seems like it. Interesting. We don't know if that's the case, but that's not all. In a related case, another filing suggests that Herring's father, founder Robert Herring, later sent the same or similar spreadsheet to our friend Mike Pillow. Yes, that's right. So now that guy,
just forget about the evidence.
He's got, or allegedly had, the passwords. Wow. The filing from an ex-Dominion employee said Robert Herring forwarded an email to Lindell that originated from Mr. Charles that it contained password information for employees of several voting systems providers. The filing from a defamation case against Lindell said Charles Herring emailed those materials to Lindell in April of 2022. Well then. Wow. If it turns out that those were the actual passwords, the question is, how did they get a hold of them? Did somebody hire someone else to hack into the company's servers and obtain them that way? Was there somebody on the inside that gave them to OAN? Well, that would be problematic, wouldn't it? Both of those things constitute a crime because they're not allowed to have access to those passwords. And if they use them, definitely in the commission of a crime. Now, there's a lot of questions here. And the email exchanges are just, a small part of the discovery process in this case. I'm going to guess that we're going to have more information from this. But the report notes that lawyers from Smartmatic are not convinced that OAN has given up all the relevant documents. That's why they revealed this. Like, wait a minute, we got your emails, okay? We think you're hiding stuff. Now, they're trying to convince the judge that OAN is hiding some more documents, very key documents, and so they would, apparently they would want an order to have them produce more documentation that they're looking for. So that is interesting. OAN responded, of course, by saying, this is OAN lawyer Charles Babcock. OAN denies that its executive team may have been engaged in criminal activities. This vague accusation is a clumsy attempt to smear OAN and to divert attention from Smartmatic's own misconduct. Ah, yes. Now look, Smartmatic has been accused of misconduct, but that's not really relevant in this particular case, where you have alleged stolen passwords. But hey, nothing like a good old dose of whataboutism from a company that has been, I don't know, caught in a bunch of lies and defamation of this very company. So, hey, but you know, when you're doing this kind of whataboutism, that is a classic sign that you've done absolutely nothing wrong. So I guess they've got nothing to worry about.